Now, sitting here listening to this really makes me feel like I should add title screen music to my mods. At the very least, in Dev Plus, I feel like it will benefit from it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to more of Minecraft Polyworld. Hello, Kokich. Today we're on 1.7.6, episode 76. We're inching ever so closer to episode 100. In fact, in about a month or so from now, about 4 weeks, we're actually going to be at episode 100. So I really should start thinking of something special to do. I was thinking maybe one of those streams where the audience gets to control the game or something like that. Of course, I don't think the version that I'm gonna be on is gonna have mods like that, but um, I guess I can just do whatever you guys tell me to do. Hello, Jonas and Ryan. Welcome back to the stream. I don't feel very wee. Well, what's up, Kokich? Splash text. More polygons. Perfect for Polyworld. More Polyworld. Actually, I think I can probably edit the splashes now, because there's resource packs. So I could probably do that. Test 1.20 features. Now we're gonna be on the version that we're supposed to be on, Jonas. Right, so the task for today is to begin working on this. We definitely won't be able to do this today, but I can start working on it because I have my skin now. Yay, look at me. All fancy and geared up and ready to go. So as a way to celebrate, let's build this. There is one problem though, I think I barely have clay. So we're gonna have to set out and get some more clay, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to find a swamp, and I'm not sure where I have swamps nearby. Oh, it's so nice to have these beacons here now. Alright, let me see how the clay situation is. Where do I keep my clay? Where do I keep my clay? That is a good question. Sandstone. Clay, here we go. Ooh, yeah, this won't cut it, I'm afraid. I'm definitely gonna need to go and get some more clay. Uh-oh. Well, let's go on a clay gathering mission. I'm gonna grab a shovel with me. And we need to go to a swamp or something, or someplace, and get some clay. .19.4 is out. I'm gonna have to add that to the version list after the stream. I did not know that it's already out. I say already, but it's been in development for what, like, how many months? 3, 4, something like that. Okay, I'm trying to remember where is the closest swamp. Honestly, yeah, you know what, let's go this way. Gonna need a lot of clay. Not that much so that I'm going to require a my ender chest though, so should be fine. I should have taken my compass. Hold on, what am I doing? I need a compass. I don't want to get lost. I mean, I actually kind of know my coordinates here, but just in case. Because if I just go towards 0, 0, I'm gonna find my way either way, but you never know what's gonna happen. I like having a compass with me, just because, just for company. Hello, Killy, welcome back to the stream. Where do I keep my compasses again? I think over here. There we go. Okay, a single compass. I always found it weird how compasses and clocks can actually stack. Doesn't seem like the type of item that should stack, because I consider it more of a tool than anything. I think even Mojang themselves consider it a tool, considering that it's in the creative inventory. It's in like the tools section, I believe. Where did the minecart go? Oh wow, my chest plate is taking a lot of damage. Yeah, this is why I don't like thorns. chest plates are the most durable out of every armor type, but just because I have the stupid thorns enchantment, this thing has taken a beating already. I hate thorns. Why is that a thing? It's completely useless. Okay, there's the minecart. Let's go again. Hello, Missy Head. It's been a while since you've mentioned the villager reactor. Welcome back to the stream. And welcome back, GG. Oh no. Okay. I really hope it doesn't take too long until I find a swamp, but I really should probably map out some more areas. I probably should have used this as an opportunity to grab a map and map out more of my world so I know roughly where I have nearby swamps, but I would do that if I was smart, but of course I'm not smart, as you already know. I'm not building the reactor, Missy Head. The day I build the reactor is gonna be the day that the world is gonna end. The more you keep asking me about it, the less likely I am to actually do it. How many in-depth worlds do you have in your Polyworld? 7, GG. I have 9 classic worlds and 7 in-depth worlds. I don't think we can actually see them from up here. Let's find out. Yeah, we can't. So those are the survival test chunks. But I have 2 regular island worlds. I have a paradise floating world, a paradise hell world, an island hell world, and a woods inland world. Oh, and a paradise flat. Those are the world configurations that I have. And I don't have any boats here. That is preposterous. Why don't I have boats? I really should stock up on more boats. Let's craft 8 this time. Of course, that means I'm gonna be almost out of wood, but let's face it, I'm not really gonna need wood out there. So deposit all of these in here. Actually, yeah, all of them. So let's craft 2 more for good measure. Now let's craft all of them into boats. All of my wood. Okay. Plop. And let's go. Of course, these are in-depth chunks. Clay didn't exist back then, so there's no clay here. I have to go quite a ways until I find some clay. The last thing on Earth. Planning on adding all 16 types of in-depth worlds to mine. So like basically all of the different combinations. Good luck trying to run that in in-depth, by the way, because if you run any world that's larger than 1024 by 1024, it will either straight up crash because of the lighting engine, or you're gonna have a very bad time. So if you're gonna do that, don't load the world at all. Do it at the very end of in-depth, combine them and move on straight to in-depth, because otherwise... that is why I didn't really do it that way. I just got the ones that I felt like were essential and moved on. Yeah, but what about your classic chunks then, GD? Because I wanted to have access to my classic chunks, because I made my main base in the classic chunks. Have you loaded all of the 1.21 chunks already? What are you talking about? 1.21 isn't out yet. We don't really know anything about it. Even 1.20 isn't out yet. It technically kind of sort of is, because 1.19.4 has everything that 1.20 has. I still don't get what Mojang is going for with that, but... yeah, it's gonna go Polyworld. Classic chunks are gonna be re-added in InfDev. Yeah, I figured you would do that. That's fair. So I presume you're gonna make your main base in the in-depth chunks then? I wanted to make them in the classic chunks because those are, you know, the quote-unquote OG chunks. So it made sense for me to make them there. Okay, actually I know where I have a swamp. It's nearby my release area house, so let's go there. We have a swamp there with a lot of clay, so... and I have many swamps in the world by this point. I don't feel bad for desecrating one of them. My main base will be the classic chunks. I'm just gonna move out to the indev base when I hit invdev. Oh, wait, what? I'm gonna move out the indev base when I hit invdev. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it now. English. Yeah, that makes sense. I actually moved out to the classic chunks during indev. Near the end of indev, I combined everything. It was laggy as hell, but um, it did work for the most part, so that's how I handled it. Because I wanted to load everything in dev, because I love in dev. I wanted to make the most of it. Clock is 9:11. Hello James, welcome back to the stream. Classic 0.3.0. That YouTuber is getting confused with That YouTuber is getting confused with the whatchamacallit, the Pocket Edition. Pocket Edition has a version labeled 0.3.0. Shrek hut in the swamp. Actually, I already have a quote-unquote Shrek hut. I have a area that I should actually check that area. In the 15A chunks, I have an area that really resembles the swamp, even back in Classic. I really should check it out and see if it actually became a swamp. But back then, all the way back in Classic, I built the swamp hub. I don't think you've actually seen it, Missy Head. Some other folks here might remember it, though. Are in-dev floating island worlds bigger than normal in-dev worlds? What do I mean normal in-dev worlds? The floating island chunks are as big as you specify them to be. You can make them deep, which would make them have layered islands, but I don't recommend doing that because I think every single jeep size is above the height limit of inf-dev, so you're gonna have to make compromises if you do that, so I don't recommend it. It sucks, I know, but there really is no other option. Your only other bet is to make a deep floating island world in indev and import it all the way in 1.2 with the Anvil format, which has 256 height limit. That's something you could do if you really want to have it, but personally I don't like messing with stuff after I'm done with it, so I didn't go for that. I wanted to be completely done with MC Edit for the most part after indev, so I wanted to get everything sorted until indev. I mean, like normal floating island, are they bigger than the normal island worlds? No! I don't understand what you're going for. It's just the world sizes are always the same regardless of world type. They're always the same as you specify them. You can check the wiki. There is the page for January 6th build of indev. That one has all of the world sizes, so you can check that for reference. World types do not affect world sizes. If anything, world sizes affect world types. So as I said, if you make a deep world, like a deep shape world that's also huge, you're gonna have like layered floating islands. But you can also make a deep world that's a deep huge world in any other world type, and it's going to be the exact same size. They are, and that's not how indev works. It's one of the first 1.19.4 servers, if you say so. I don't really care about servers at all. Gonna be quite frank. Okay, almost there. So we do have a swamp in this direction, beyond the plain. So I have my house, so I can use that to get some clay, and I don't know where I'm gonna get clay afterwards, because I'm gonna need a lot of clay. I'm gonna build the statue out of clay instead of wool, to be honest. I think clay is gonna work better. And besides, I don't have a whole lot of wool. I don't have a reliable wool farm, so wool is gonna take a lot longer than clay, pretty much. So I think I'm gonna spend the majority of this episode just gathering clay, and then preparing, getting all the colors that I'm gonna need. And tomorrow I'm actually gonna start building the statue. Traveling montage. Haven't done a montage since the 15A episode of Craftology, actually. That's the first and only time I ever did a montage. A building montage of the church. Is the sea level in Classic and in-depth worlds at the same height? Yes, it is. It's 32. If you choose to make a deep world in in-depth, it's gonna be higher up, because it's a deep world. So basically the sea level in Classic and in-depth is always the half of the height, pretty much. So for Classic, because there's only one world shape, it's always 64 height. The sea level is always 32, but for in-depth, if you go for a deep world, then depending on the size, it's going to be different. But the standard world size, which I recommend for the Polyworld, is, again, the sea level is 32, because the standard height is 64. Found notches. What world? What? How? Wait, really? What? If the who first of all, who found that? Was it Omni? I'm gonna make a deep world. They will all be the normal size. Okay, in that case, yeah, I have nothing to worry about. It's the exact same size. So it's 32 is the sea level for both in-depth and Classic for you. Omni. Really? Hold on. I need to... I don't believe you. I asked Davos because I don't believe you. Truth or misinformation gaming. Hello, Idiac. Welcome back to the stream. I don't really care about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In fact, I don't care about any Pokemon game beyond Generation 3, to be honest. I think I've said this before in the past, but I think ever since Generation 4, the franchise has been on a steady downhill. Let's go send a screenshot. What? Yes! Wow, okay. I just got confirmation from Davos himself. That's impressive. Wow. Okay, let me start grabbing some clay here. Let's not get too distracted now. We're here for the clay. I have no idea, GD. I asked Davos. I'm gonna relay this information to you guys. Ez had it. Not just ex-wife. She actually had the file for that. Now that makes sense, I guess. She's the only person who would have it. I presume she didn't have versions, though. No, Gigi, I just said that his ex-wife had it. I knew that Omni were in contact with her, but I guess she finally delivered, and she delivered the original level file, which is quite impressive. I asked if she potentially has files for the Cave Game Tech Test build, but I doubt it. If she did, she would have sent those to Mojang years ago. I'm surprised that she still actually has those files, though. Like, it's been a decade since she originally sent them to Mojang. Based ex-wife. Yeah, Ez is pretty nice from what I know from Omni. She's very helpful and resourceful. Nah, Notch definitely doesn't have those things, Jonas. Ez has them because she's more careful with archival, I suppose. Notch was absolutely terrible with keeping archives and whatnot. There is actually a slight sliver of hope for CGTT, yes. It would be insane if we actually get that, the source code for that build. Okay. I wonder if she got a Minecraft account for free. She most likely did. If Betacraft even exists, Missyhead, it probably won't. In fact, I heard that Mostek is planning on discontinuing the Betacraft proxy. There is a good reason for that, though. Oh, there goes my shovel. There is a good reason for that, however, for discontinuing the proxy, because he was working on, I forgot what it's called, but basically a much better alternative to the proxy, which Betacraft integrates by default. And the only problem is going to be mods that rely on the proxy for stuff, but those can also integrate it in some way. So I'm going to have to ask Mostek to teach me how to do that for... Because Legacy Plus, it doesn't rely on Betacraft for the sound files, but it does rely on it for skin support. So yeah, but Betacraft is changing, that's for sure. There's no need for the proxy anymore, and there's no guarantee the launcher will remain forever. Great notch screenshot. Why though? Like, we already have the world. What's the point of recreating the screenshot? What is this? Is this a dungeon? No, it's just a cave. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't want to be down here. What world is it? I think it's the one from the first pre-classic. Give me a second here. This is genuinely important. I'm also asking Davos what the world actually is. Oh wow, so it really is the world from the first screenshot. There's your answer. Who asked that again? I think it was GG. There's your answer. It's the world from the first screenshot. What screenshot? The very first screenshot of Minecraft ever that Notch posted on his blog. That one. Yeah, that is indeed weird, Iriak. Most people that played Classic back then were in their teen years or even early adult, or even young adults in their 20s. How can you not have seen that first screenshot? Come on. It's so iconic. It's all over the wiki. Oh wow, the house looks ugly as hell. Wow, that is genuine Minecraft history right there. That's insane. Well, that's awesome. Finally, some good news from Omni for once. Oh look, an egg, underwater egg. Cockitch, are you still here? I have a water chicken egg right here. Probably laid by this chicken right here. Let's see. Can I get a underwater chicken? No. Rip. Notch is a bad builder and a bad coder. Wait, I don't have respiration. How am I mining this so quickly? Oh well, I'm not gonna complain. The only image I can find, the search for smart screenshots, the one of the castle notch built. No, the one from his blog. Just check the wiki, check the page for the first pre-classic, the version after the Cave Game Tech Test demo. Check the wiki. It's definitely on there. The wiki might even have been updated with the world file download. Okay, back to the stream. Enough distractions. That's crazy though how we actually have that world now. I never thought that we would actually get the world. Okay, we have more clay over here that I can acquire. Creepypasta versions be like IDAC. Actually, that second one is a version that existed at one point. Believe it or not, that is actually a real version. It's a part of the 1A builds. I like to call them 1A. It's not an empty flat world. It's the one with the house. Maybe it's not on the wiki. I wouldn't be surprised. The wiki sucks. Just check Omnia. I think you're in Omnia. GG. Just check there. Have you never read Notch's blog from back in the day? Like, there's archives of it that exist, and you can clearly see the image there. Okay, there we go. I knew we had some clay over here. Well, too bad, because I think that's the only place where you can actually get the file. Actually, have no idea if Omni have it posted yet. Hold on, let me check. Ask him that. No, read Notch's blog. Well, you should, because there's actually a lot of interesting stuff in there. He also posted a lot of his early ideas, which I use as inspiration for my mods. Can learn a lot about the game's history if I'm just reading his blog. Found it? It's a screenshot of a house with a Steve inside it. That's the one. I think that's all the clay here. Let's slowly swim up to the surface. There's more clay over there. And there, I think. Family Guy DLC. It is very interesting. I recommend you read through his blog sometime. It's you can learn a lot. It is public. Okay, cool. Okay. Now that I have a torch up, I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Or not. Whatever. Ah, where's the... Okay, I think that's all of them. Yes, that's all the clay there. Is this clay? I think it is. No, that's sand. It's kind of hard to tell because clay is just blue sand if you think about it. It's just recolored sand. It's literally the sand texture recolored. I think even in Faithful it's the same. Because it stays faithful after all. But especially in vanilla, the vanilla texture is literally the same as sand. Stranger Things clock. It almost looks like a face there. Okay, I think that's all the clay down here in this lake. Ah, that torch is gonna stay there. That's kind of cool, actually. Let's see how it looks from up here. That looks a little bit ominous. I like that. Okay, there's this massive hole here. Whoa! Okay, that's a ravine right there. It's kind of cool, actually. I want to be down here, though. There is redstone there, though. I would like some redstone. Ich mache mir Sorgen. You have what? What is Sorgen? I have no idea. Okay, any clay here? No. How much do I even have? Ooh, quite a lot, actually. Okay, I don't want this dirt. Dirt piper. So place it down here. I don't care. Get rid of the sand. Let's keep digging for clay. I got deja vu as a splash. I should see if that existed in there. If it doesn't, I should add that as a splash. It's a double reference to both just deja vu itself and also the song from Iron Maiden. One of my favorite songs from Iron Maiden, actually, Deja Vu. It's a genuine masterpiece. Okay, this might be enough clay, but I want to find more. I'm gonna explore this entire swamp until I've gotten all of the clay in here. This episode, Ardiac, I'm going to prepare the statue build. So that's why I'm out here gathering all this clay, because I decided to make it out of hardened clay, or stained clay in this case. Because it's not only gonna look nicer in my opinion, but also getting wool is gonna be a lot more time consuming, because I don't really have a proper wool farm. Gamma Delta. Actually, I think that Gamma and Delta do also exist in the software development field. They're just not used very often. But there are programs that go into Gamma and even Delta stages. But usually Beta is considered stable enough. This is quite a deep lake. I'm not gonna get any clay from down here. Even though there's okay, no, there's not even all that much clay down there. There is that patch I might get, but let's stick to the flatlands here. Still can't believe that word is actually found. It's no version, it's no cave game tech test, but it's still a very interesting and important part of history that should be preserved. Okay, let's craft this into blocks to save up on some inventory space. Again, I want to get as much clay as possible, and I'm not going to be smelting this clay this time into bricks. Since you never know when you're going to need it. Yeah, last time I did this, last time we smelted all my clay into bricks, it backfired on me because I had to get more. And it's still backfiring on me because I still have to get it. I'm sure he'll make a video about it eventually. Should make a video about the Golden Age modding scene though. BTA and Triple S. Legacy Plus. What else is there? Minecraft Diverge is a good one. NFC. NFC is actually the first of all of these mods. And Venom, I think Ant is actually taking a break from making content. I think he announced it recently. Okay, there is a lot of clay here. Swamps are actually very useful because they're a excellent source of clay. Oh, there's one more over here. Wasn't there like a trick where every time you find a patch of clay, there's guaranteed to be diamonds below it or something like that? That would mean there's a lot of diamonds here. Or is that in a later version? I have no idea. I remember watching a trivia video that mentioned that. Let's grab this. Let's grab this. Oh no! By the way, notice how when I move to the right there, how the shovel doesn't have the overlay applied to it all the way through. I'm surprised this bug still exists. This bug has been persistent since InDev when the overlay was first added. So that is quite interesting. Okay, I just noticed there are no lily pads here. That means that this is these chunks are generated before beta 1.9. These are beta 1.8 chunks in that case. That's pretty cool. Oh, come on, get up there. Okay. I'm ruining the terrain right now. I don't care though. This is not only one of many swamps that I have in the world, but also it's beta 1.8 swamp, so really don't care about the beta 1.8 terrain. Another water egg. Why are these chickens laying eggs in the water? That's so weird. Let's see if we get a water chicken. Nope. RIP is all I can say. Actually, tomorrow is the faithful day. Tomorrow's episode 77. We might get the 7th chicken tomorrow. I have no idea how much clay I'm gonna need, but I'm gonna probably fill up my inventory. Just to be safe. Just so I don't have to do this again anytime soon. The more the better. Get out of my face, chicken. Ah, okay. Chat sure is quiet today. Where did IDAC go? IDAC usually talks a lot. God, those chunk walls look so menacing from down here. These flatlands. Hey, look at that. I love it when that happens. Alright. Here we go. Here's more patches. Ah, there you are. The problem is, I can see that 3 people are watching right now, but I don't know who it is, so... I wish YouTube actually told you who is watching you, at least the people that have public profiles or whatever. So about my PE project, because I don't even know where's my group, and I also haven't done anything, and I have to do all that tomorrow. Ooh, that's understandable then. If you feel like you need to like concentrate on stuff, then feel free to leave. You're not obligated to be here, obviously. I hope you get that stuff sorted. I know how annoying and tedious it can be to work on projects like that, especially when you have problems. Trust me, I've been there many times. The group is non-existent. Maybe ask your teacher about it. I don't know. Okay, I've gotta craft this. 1 stack, 2 stacks. Oops. 3 stacks and 4 stacks. 4 stacks, an additional 16, it seems. Let's grab this. Let's catch some Z's, because the sun is going down again. Yeah, you're also here, Jonas. Just waiting for someone to respond, really. Not even my group talked to me once. Bruh. There's not really much you can do about it, so they can't really hold you accountable. It's not really your fault. Right, sorry about that. I'm getting distracted from that world. I'm actually genuinely excited to boot it up after the stream and take a look for myself. Oh, look, this is kind of cool. Makes an arrow. Let's destroy it. Hate school projects. Who likes school projects? That's a question for you. I mean, technically InDev Plus was a school project and I enjoyed working on it, but again, I didn't like the actual project aspect of it whatsoever because I had some issues, especially at the start. I had some serious issues with like things. Not even with friends is better. Yeah. Even if you're doing something you like, it's still not a fun experience because anything can happen. School projects in general just suck. I can honestly understand why people would call these chickens ducks, because they swim all the time. They look like chickens, but they act like ducks. They're ducks by heart. There you go. Get out of the water, silly goose. Actually, they look more like geese than ducks, because geese are white, although the red thing, I don't know what it's called, the red thing underneath their beak says otherwise. They don't really look like ducks to me. I haven't seen ducks like that at all. They look a little bit more like geese, as I said, because they're white. Geese are also white. Schnabel, is that a type of duck? What is that? It's a big patch. I have to desecrate the terrain for it. It's for greater good. I must build a statue of myself. My ego must grow. Nah, really I'm only doing it because I have nothing else to do, and I was inspired by, again, G23 Gaming. He does mind test videos, and in his mind test world he built a statue of himself, so I was like, I should do that too. What is this? Is this a sinkhole? What is this? What? I've never seen anything like this. Hold on, let me screenshot this. I'll save this. Right, there we go. The mouth of a bird. So basically a beak. Because like this thing, the orange thing is the beak, but I'm not sure what the red thing underneath it is called. I honestly don't even know what it's called in my own language, so... I have no idea what that's called. What happens if you stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time? I'm pretty sure that's possible. I think others have done it. Personally, I don't care because I have basically no audience on Twitch. And it's also going to be difficult to keep up with it, because you're going to have to keep up with two chats at the same time, and it's going to be very confusing. Normally, I think when people do that, they don't really view the chat at all. It's mostly for broadcasts and stuff. Another egg. These chickens, man. There's still no chicken. I should probably be collecting these eggs and use them tomorrow to spawn summon the 7th chicken, but... 1 week old chicks? That sounds... If you put it out of context, that sounds a bit... a bit, you know, out there. Shadow banning your comments? I can read that comment. Well, I don't know what else to tell you, Idiac, unfortunately. I did tweak the settings. I like turned them off. I turned like basically all forms of moderation in the live chat off. And you're still getting shadow banned for some reason. Unless you mentioned the forbidden word, which I still haven't allowed. You know the one, you know what I mean. Unless you mentioned that, then I don't know why YouTube is shadow banning your comments. Your other one got deleted. Okay, probably shouldn't be doing this underwater, so let me quickly swim up. Do the crafting. And go back down. I'm definitely gonna fill up my inventory with clay here. There's so much clay in this area. I'm really glad, if anything is good about the beta 1.8 generator, it's this. The fact that clay is actually so common. Because you can use clay for a lot of things. Mostly bricks, but also with the addition of, you know, the stained clay stuff. Clay is actually quite useful building material now. So I'm really happy that this change was made, because before, in beta 1.7.3 and especially earlier, especially in alpha, clay was like rarer than diamonds pretty much. It was the rarest resource, and I have no idea why Notch made it so freaking rare, because In the real world, clay is like everywhere. Project is not today. Awesome. That means you get to stay here and listen to me ramble for 2 hours. Or 1 hour by this point. Wow, it's already been almost an hour. That's insane. Oh, I just read what Lassie said in general. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Okay, there's some clay over here. It's kind of funny how underwater it's actually brighter than above water. That's kind of silly. Is that stone or is that clay? That's stone. Okay. I genuinely leaned forward to as if that would help me. I don't know if it's ever happened to you guys when you play like a game and you're so immersed in it that you just like lean to the side or lean forward to get a better look. That happens to me all the time, I swear. Also, look, the village. One of the broken villages. Nasco actually fixed them in the latest iteration of his remake, but I haven't fetched that. Back when I was still doing this, the villages were not fixed, so I had to make do with what I had at the time. I could probably fix them myself as well by this point, because I got a lot better at making stuff. Like, just last night I made a terrain generator for a marsh world type for in-depth plus, and it came out really nicely. The version of that contains that world type is out, by the way, for those who are curious to check it out. You can get it from Betacraft. It's version 1.2.1 of in-depth plus. It adds the marshland world type along with lily pads. I don't know how you feel about lily pads, but I think they work in any version, in my opinion. I'm glad that clay is renewable in 1.19. How is it renewable, actually? Do tell. Because honestly, I'm not a big fan of resources that are renewable, especially ones that are so abundant, like clay or iron. I really don't like that. Because you basically don't really have to work for it anymore. Because you can just make a farm and use that, like AFK, and get like a bajillion iron ingots from a iron golem farm, or like, in this case, clay, I suppose. I really don't like that. That's something I disapprove of in modern Minecraft. And I highly doubt that will change. To this day, I haven't made a single farm, and I likely won't. The most I would do is automate my crop farms, and that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna be making an XP farm unless I get mending and I join the dark side. I won't be making an XP farm, and I definitely won't be making an iron farm or a any other farm. I might only make a XP farm, as I said, if I get mending, because then it makes sense. Just so I don't lose my enchants, and especially the netherite tools, because I have so many diamonds, so many sets of diamond tools that isn't really an issue, but once I get to 1.16, netherite is gonna be something that I need to hold to dearly. Because of mud. I see. Oh yeah, I think I read about that. Mud turns to clay or something like that. So in that case, is mud renewable? How to get the creative mode? Are you asking about in-depth plus, Jonas? Made mud, dry it, done. And dirt and water. If you think about it, dirt is also not renewable, so technically clay is not really renewable in that sense. Unless you can, I guess, trade with villagers for dirt. I don't think there's a mob that actually drops dirt when you kill it, so... Mud is just wet dirt. Wait, why are you getting clay again? Do you have dementia? I'm getting clay because I'm gonna be building a statue of myself out of clay. Dirt is renewable. How is it renewable? Also, welcome to back to the stream, Vita. Oh yeah, Jonas, to answer your question about creative mode, make a new character. So in the main menu, you have your like little avatar, and there's a switch button. Click on the switch button and then make a new character and set the game mode to creative. Game mode is tied to character, not world in InDev Plus. So there's your answer. Dirt is renewable with tiger trees. Oh, right. Yeah, tiger trees. Someone told me about that before. I forgot who. I think it might have been Idiac. No, I think it was Alex. Doesn't matter, but I knew that. I mean, I kind of do have dementia when I'm worried about a project. Yeah, that's understandable. We're all like that. Skin statue generator online or something. I'm gonna make it by hand. It's not gonna be that difficult. I'm gonna make it pixel by pixel. Each block is gonna be 1 pixel pretty much. That's how I'm gonna make it. Gravel and dirt. What? Why is my game lagging? Also, here's a question for you guys. Notice the particles, like in the water there. They used to look different when they were first introduced in beta 1.8. They were like just a single square that was gray. Do you prefer the old particles from beta 1.8 or these ones? Because honestly, I prefer the old ones, believe it or not. Yes, that is one thing about beta 1.8 I actually like. The underwater particles, and like, sure, these ones make more sense, but I don't know, I just prefer the other ones. Let's use cobblestone. The statue is of my skin, Vita. Cobblestone won't really work. I wanted to represent my skin. You know the proportions? Kind of. I can just open the skin in a skin viewer. I won't be building the thing today. Today I'm just gonna be gathering the clay and then crafting the colors I'm gonna need. For the new ones, it's literally 2 pixels. Alright, it's probably just me then. I get why you would prefer the new ones. The new ones technically look prettier. They make more sense because they're blue and stuff. But I don't know. I just much prefer the old ones for some reason. Something about the new ones feels off to me. How to join the Omni Archive server? Well, link. They have a website. If you just look up Omni Archive on Google, you can find the website and use the link to join. I don't necessarily like them. I just, A, I think they're gonna work a bit better than wool, and B, I mostly want to make it out of clay instead of wool, because wool is gonna be a pain in the ass to acquire. I don't really have a wool farm. I have sheep, sure, but I have to like keep constantly shearing them. It's not really reliable at all, nor quick. So that's why I'm going to, there's a lot of caves down here. That's why I'm gonna be making it out of clay instead, because clay is much quicker to get, quicker and easier. Yeah, I think I know that you're banned from there. Fun fact, Vita, I'm also banned from Omni Archive. I was never unbanned, even though the moderators don't really have anything against me being there. In fact, Dave was one of the moderators, was like telling me, just join us already. We miss you. And I'm like, no. Not worth it. Omni Archive hasn't been the same ever since Kebab passed away. God bless his soul. May he rest in peace. But yeah, the place hasn't been the same since his departure. Of course, I don't mean to hate on his legacy. I'm not really hating on it, but it's not a place for me anymore, Omni Archive. What are you making? I'm making a statue of Big Boss. Basically a statue of my skin. That's why I'm gathering all this clay. I'm gonna use the clay. I'm gonna color the clay and use it to make the statue. First you like clay blocks, then you like 1.8, then you like every 1.19 block, then you love the new combat. Highly doubt it. Again, I don't necessarily like the clay. I'm just using it because it's more convenient. If anything, I would make it out of wool instead of clay if I could. If I had enough wool, I would make it out of wool, because it's gonna look a lot more retro that way. But I'm gonna use clay instead, because again, it's just way easier and quicker to get. Should build a farm of every color cheap. Just put a couple of each color. I would. I don't really know how to, but I might, because I do like using wool for stuff. Who's that Jew that passed away? Half of a Kebab, the founder of Omni Archive. He passed away over a year ago by now. He was a great person, honestly. It's such a shame that he had to go so young. You have the spawn eggs. And dispensers can automatically shear sheep. Can they already? I thought that was a thing that was added later. I mean, I guess I could, but that kind of goes against my whole shtick where I'm, as humane as possible with my farms. So I don't know. On one hand, it's gonna be a lot more convenient to get a whole bunch of wool, but on the other hand, it's gonna be very inhumane. Kinda goes against my style, you know. His last message on the Omni Archive Discord was a reply to my message. Really? I did not know that. Wasn't his last message about McDonald's or something like that? I don't know if in this version they can. Yeah, I don't know either. Not really, Adiak. From what I recall, it was he got prescribed the wrong medication or something like that, or too much of the medication that he was on. Basically, a really tragic accident. It was not suicide. This is another weird shape. I'm finding a lot of these weird shapes of clay here. Yeah, his last message was McDonald's, definitely, but I guess it was a reply to Vita. It was the word McDonald's and it was a reply to me saying something about working fast food. Oh, I see. Hello, Brandon, welcome back. You didn't miss much. I'm just out here in the swamp gathering as much clay as I can for the statue that I'm about to build. Which I'm gonna start building tomorrow, by the way. Even if we ended a bit earlier today, I don't mind, because I'm honestly quite hungry right now. I haven't had dinner yet, so I would rather get this over with and go get some food going. Grab my bed. Sun is about to set. No, he legitimately passed away. Again, really tragic. He was only 23 at the time. Basically, he was as old as me. Yeah, like, he passed away in November, I think it was. Yeah, November. Early November of 2021. Yeah, just like Technoblade. I actually spoke with Pyrift about this. I was like, dude, what is this? First Kebab, now Technoblade, both 23. And he was like, oh, dude, you might be next, watch out. Like, he was genuine about that. And I was also, like, genuinely a bit scared. Because, like, that situation with Kebab really got me thinking how fragile and unpredictable life is. Like, a person one day could be just fine and the next day would be just gone, you know? You never know what's gonna happen. And it could happen to anyone. So basically, just enjoy life Make the most of it. Live every day like it's your last, and just have fun. This conversation turned real deep all of a sudden. It does indeed sound rude to say that someone died. I don't think it's necessarily rude, but it doesn't sound right to me. That's why I always say passed away. Oh, your messages are sending twice again, Brandon. 23-year-old is such a sad age to pass away too, since most people are graduating college. Yeah, like basically your entire life is in front of you when you're 23. So it's quite saddening whenever someone this young goes. There was a German YouTuber who also died when he was 23. Another Minecraft content creator. Wow. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. It's just crazy. Get out of my face, squid. Jeez. Maybe I should have taken my ender chest, actually. Because we still have plenty of time. And I don't feel like building today, so... Maybe I should have taken it. Let me get rid of these things. I honestly don't want these. I do kind of want the dirt, though. I'm gonna keep the dirt on me. I probably shouldn't be getting the stuff that's that deep. It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna stick to the not the shoreline, but the shallow waters. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. What are you even talking about, Brandon? That's random. I want to know that German YouTuber. I'm not German. I don't watch German content creators. The only German content creator I ever watched was Entei. His YouTube channel is actually The Choir. He's a German content creator. And I only know him and I watched him briefly because of the fact that he's the creator of World of Padman, one of my favorite childhood games. He hasn't been active on that channel for a while though. I think he abandoned it. But he used to play all types of games on that channel. It was pretty cool. So that was the only German content creator I actually briefly followed at one point. He turned 16 today? Oh, happy birthday, Vita. Two 2007 was 16 years ago, indeed. Indeedly doodly. Back in 2007, I was still visiting internet cafes and playing outside and watching Cartoon Network. German YouTuber who passed away from the real life, guys. They made a lot of cool things like bathtub submarine. Interesting. Really unfortunate whenever someone young passes away. I have no idea what you're talking about, Brandon. Like, genuinely, I have no idea where this is coming from. My shovel was about to break, I just noticed. Oh. Okay. If you want to stay online, even if God forbid something happens to you, IDIAC, your PC is gonna have to run at all times. Stupid Discord bot dank memer. Don't know it. Entei. Entei means duck, yes. That guy has a weird obsession with ducks. I have no idea what German YouTubers are talking about. Just watch Gronk. I don't know that person either. Hello, Dreamlock Studios. Welcome back to the stream. I'm gonna be honest with you, GD. I don't really watch a whole lot of YouTube, and especially Minecraft YouTube. I only watched it back when I was a kid. I watched the OGs, Pulsos Jr., Yogscast, Cnanners, those guys. Modern Minecraft YouTube, the only quote-unquote modern Minecraft YouTube that I ever watched was PewDiePie. Back in 2019 and 2020 I watched him, and that's pretty much it. And I guess a little bit of Ant Venom here and there, because Ant Venom sometimes makes interesting videos. Ant Venom and the Mr. Epic. But I haven't watched those two in over a year, so... Must upload it 86 years ago. Minecraft Let's Play in 2010 and it had 1,000 episodes. That's a lot. Jeez. Maybe I might know him actually then. Maybe. Maybe the name slipped my mind. Maybe I have seen it. I remember watching one guy that I completely forgot about until fairly recently. Banana Polyworld. He was also an Alpha OG. He made videos back in Alpha of the game. And I remember watching him, but I completely forgot about his existence until like semi-recently. When I suddenly remembered, oh, there was that one guy with the banana name. And I looked him up and it was Banana Polyworld. I just realized we have 3 Germans in the chat right now. Vita, Gigi, and Jonas. Banana Polyworld is, I think he's American. He used to make Minecraft videos back in Alpha. I don't know what he does nowadays. I briefly checked out his channel last year, I think it was. Just to binge watch a few of his earliest Minecraft videos for nostalgic purposes. I don't really know what he does anymore. I don't think he probably even uploads. Inactive. Yeah, I thought so. X's Adventures in Minecraft. Yeah, that's a classic. I also watched X. So I spent the majority of my time watching Pulsos Jr., X, the Yogscast, Cnanners, and Banana Polyworld at one point. But his series didn't last very long. It was only during the summer of 2010 from what I recall. Spark of Phoenix still exists? Don't know him. I only know Phoenix SC. His content is the only Minecraft content that I still somewhat... okay, honestly, this compass, I'm gonna throw this compass away. I don't need it. Probably shouldn't have thrown it away down here, but whatever. So yeah, Phoenix SC is the only Minecraft content creator that I actually watch the most of these days, just because his videos are so short. Usually I watch him if I'm on the loo, or I've just woken up from bed and I see something interesting from him in my recommended. I don't really have time to watch any longer videos. Like, soybeans streams are enough for me. Which are 2 hours not every day, but 2 hours most days. And then, of course, Bugman CX, because his videos are only 20 minutes, and they're not that frequent, which is understandable. Chokers are definitely going to be very useful, I am looking forward to them. I recently made barrels act like choker boxes, so they like save their inventory when you break them, and they're so useful. They're like the most useful feature in In-Depth Plus, I feel like. So that's why I'm definitely looking forward to chokers. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I don't understand why people complain about the inventory and that the game needs an inventory update, considering you have shulker boxes. Like, maybe instead of shulker boxes, they could add, like, backpacks, which you just have to, I don't know, like, some right-click to open up the inventory instead of placing it and breaking it every time. I guess, but honestly, I feel like the inventory is fine as it is. I don't know why people complain about it. I have no idea what's going on in chat anymore. Discussing some YouTubers, I suppose. I don't like fast-paced content either, Vita. Oh! Well then, oh, there's another one over there. There's two of them, okay. These creepers are apparently guarding the clay here. I see you there. Don't you think you can hide from me? Creeperoonie. Get out of here. Okay. No, apparently cannot craft this. Okay, great. Okay, whatever. This has to be good enough. Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle back home. I know where home is. I didn't really need that compass after all. Because I completely forgot that I have a swamp right here. We have 40 minutes left until the end of the stream, so we have plenty of time. Okay, what is this? Is this from Davos? Nope, just general memes. Chicken fight, bruh. Okay, I used to, honestly, back when I first generated these chunks, I used to think that this was like so far away, these chunks, from home base, but now that my world is like 3 times the size, this is like nothing. This distance is absolutely nothing for me. Because I had to travel so much further than this to generate new chunks in 1.7 that, yeah, this is literally nothing. My school bought 3D printers and does literally nothing with them because the teacher, which was supposed to operate them, left. So they just sit around in a corner gathering dust. That's something you could have said. Wow. Our PC, our school actually also had a 3D printer. Only one though. And it was pretty cool, but it was one of those like extremely slow ones. You had to like leave it working overnight for it to print out anything. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll have shaders next week. I think there are shaders for these versions that I'm playing right now for 1.7.6, 1.7.8, but I don't feel like going out of my way to find them just for one single day, for one episode. So once I reach 1.7.10, since I'm going to be on that version for quite a while, I'm obviously going to get the shaders going. Punch 2 balls for Elytra flight. Can't I just use fireworks? Or is that a later thing? Worst Minecraft player in the world? I doubt it. There's always someone worse than you, just like how there's always someone better than you. Hello, Tristan. Fireworks and Elytra is only 1.11 plus. Oh. Well, that's gonna make Elytras a lot more tedious to use. I have to hit myself with an arrow. But then again, honestly, that might be a bit better now that I think about it, because you have to... I presume you have to shoot yourself with an arrow as you're flying to get some speed, but the arrow hits you, so you take damage from it. Is that correct? Because if that's the case, then that was a lot more balanced, since you had to sacrifice health, damage yourself, sacrifice health in order to get a boost. which I honestly think is a lot more balanced and works better. No, really, punch bows aren't as fast, but it's pretty good. As long as it damages you, I think that might even be better than just using fireworks, because using fireworks makes it way too easy. Look at this nice beach, this nice beta beach here. This is so cool. And the PC Gamer logo. I put these chunks here completely by accident, the PC Gamer demo chunks, but I never expected I'm gonna be passing through here so often. Kind of a good thing, to be honest. Damage is so little, so it doesn't really matter. Oh. Also, now that I have like 16 chunks of render distance, going from here to here, it's like barely any distance. Because for some reason I remember when I first played the demo, I thought that like the PC Gamer logo was so far away across the lake. I thought this lake was much bigger than it actually is. Kind of weird how that works. Perspective, I guess. Mumbo Jumbo video. I've never watched Mumbo Jumbo. Might have seen like 1 or 2 random videos from him, but haven't really watched him seriously. That is also a fair point, yes, GG. Although normally you cross the lake with a boat. I always did that, and it still felt bigger, even though boats are, you know, fairly fast. They're definitely faster than just walking or swimming. Fog makes such a huge difference. Just look at GTA San Andreas. Yeah, the definitive, quote-unquote definitive edition of San Andreas, which is an absolute joke. When it removed fog, the map felt so tiny. But with fog, even to this day, I actually replayed San Andreas last year around this time. And even to this day, the fog actually makes the map feel so much bigger than it really is. Like, of course, it still felt smaller than I remember it being when I played the game last year. Because when I played it as a kid, it felt massive. But when I played it last year, it was definitely smaller. It felt smaller, but it still felt fairly big. Definitely a lot bigger than it is in reality when you take away the fog. Never played San Andreas? You should. It is definitely my favorite GTA game, and in my opinion, the best GTA game. It does still have some of that 3D era jank, but it has a lot less of it than Vice City and GTA 3 did, and it's a lot of fun to play. Has the best, not the best story and characters. That would be GTA 4, but the second best story and characters. And definitely the best map. In my opinion, it has the best map. Never played Story of 5. You're missing out. 5 might not be a masterpiece like 4 is, but I still recommend playing the story mode. I'm honestly very much looking forward to replaying GTA 5 because I haven't played the game since 2017. So I remember being very impressed with it back then, but now, after I've played basically all of the GTA games prior, it's gonna be very interesting to see if my opinion on the game will change, because I feel like most people agree that the GTA 5 has better gameplay but much worse story and writing. So I want to see for myself after having played GTA 4, because I never played GTA 4 in the past. I only played it like for 2 hours briefly, and I remember I quit it because I despised the gameplay, and I still do. The gameplay of GTA 4 is, in my opinion, the absolute worst that the series has had. Probably even worse than GTA 2. GTA 2 might be jank, but at least it felt arcadey and it felt fun sometimes. I never felt like GTA 4 was fun to play through at all. I mostly just kept playing for the story, really. The missions felt tedious. Walter White for GTA 6. Definitive Edition. That was a joke, by the way, GG. In case you couldn't catch on to that. Welcome back, Cockage. Blood sacrifice again. Nosebleeds. Nosebleeds are quite common for people your age in their teen years. Even I I had a very brief period where I would get frequent nosebleeds, but it was like extremely brief, like just 1 or 2 months. I would get a nosebleed almost every day. After that, I just kind of stopped. Of course it's real, Jonas. I confirmed it earlier from Davos. Wow, my stomach really is gurgling. Infinite Division is everything wrong with AAA games today. Exactly, yes. I agree. Rushed half-baked product, false advertising, all of that. Okay. Ah, here we go. Oh no! No! Oh, oddly enough, I think it is actually a swamp. At least that area is, but look at that. Everything is frozen over. I hate that. Okay, let's fall down here. I forgot who asked if I built a swamp hut. I don't even know if they're still here, but we're gonna pass it right now. Yeah. So for whoever asked that, if you're still here, make sure you check this out, because that's the swamp hut I built all the way back in Classic. I really hate this ice though. I think I can actually break this ice now, because this used to be a snow biome, but by this point I think it turned into a forest. Oh, it's a plains, even better, but I don't feel like breaking all of this ice. I'm gonna have to do this eventually. One day I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come back here and break all this ice. It's actually gonna be fairly soon, because I'm planning to build the skyscraper right here somewhere. Probably on this beach. So before doing that, I'm going to break all of the ice here. I could take the easy way out and just use MC Edit to replace it with water instead, but that feels like cheating. Yes, it's a big reason why I change the biomes whenever I can. Yeah, that's smart. Again, I'm not smart, so... What skyscraper? I'm gonna be building a skyscraper probably next week. I'm gonna be building a skyscraper out of glass, stained glass at that. Build your skin there in the skyscraper near your base. No, I decided already that I want to have the skyscraper there, and I want to make it look like a classic build. Even though I'm no longer in classic, I still want to make it look like a classic build. Very old area indeed, Vita. These are 14A chunks. I generated these like well over a year ago by this point. Home sweet home. How do I make stained or hardened clay again? Do I smelt it? Yeah, I think I smelt it. I have to do a lot of smelting then. I know, Nasco. I know since the beginning of the stream. I spoke with Davos about it. Also, welcome back to the stream, Nasco. Alright, let's begin smelting this. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Oh, wrong one. Boop. 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 Wow, I have a lot of clay. Okay, I'm only gonna smelt this clay, and I'll store the rest. Let's melt this and this. Let's store the rest. Starting a Java programming course. Interesting. Good luck with that. Java can be tough sometimes, but also fun. It's a 12-hour long video on YouTube explaining Java. You should watch it too. I think I know which one you mean. Instead I watched a 2 hour long video, like over a year ago. By this point I watched a 2 hour long video. I have seen the 12 hour long one though, but I don't feel like I need to watch all of it. If anything, I would consult that video for stuff that I want to familiarize myself with, because I think it was like the ultimate guide or something. It covers pretty much everything. Yeah, 12-hour video. That's quite normal for a programming tutorial, to be honest, because there is a lot to programming that you can learn. This shovel is about to break. I should grab a new one while I wait for the clay. I should also decide what colors I'm gonna need. No point coding on my trash PC. Oh wow, this is my last shovel. What? Oh no! Whatever am I gonna do without shovels, guys? No, really, what am I gonna do about... Okay, the joke is ruined because I actually don't have any shovels here, but I have 3 more double chests worth of shovels in the warehouse, so it's not the end of the world. I have plenty more shovels. Reddit is gone. What? Is it down? Okay, let me go and get some colors. I wanna see which colors I'm gonna need for this. I think I'm gonna need both shades of green, black, gray, maybe brown. So it's down, okay. I lost 4 arrows. Let me restock up on that real quick. Wait, let me see. I can access Reddit just fine. I don't know what you mean. That's cool. Okay. Something wrong with Reddit. I just opened the Minecraft Golden Age subreddit. It works just fine. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, clay. Where do I have the clay again? Right here. So I'm never gonna need this clay. I'm gonna need... The black one really looks like brown, but I have no choice in the matter. Definitely gonna need this and this for the skin. Gray. Oh, yeah, this is cyan, but let's be honest, this is gray. Gonna need that. Let me take a look at my skin here. What else am I gonna need? Honestly, that might be it. And the back. Yeah, okay. So these are all the colors I'm gonna need then. Huh. That works, I suppose. All right. Let's check up on the clay. Let's also grab this. I should also get some food. Hold on. But it don't work for me either. Weird. It works just fine for me. Cooked pork. There we go. Right. I'm gonna check up on the clay. I'm gonna craft as much as I can with the dice that I have, and then I'm gonna end it off. We're probably gonna hit the 2-hour mark by then, but even if we don't, there's no point in continuing on, like starting with the build, because we're barely gonna have any time, and I'm quite hungry. Okay, still need to wait for that to smelt, so let me check on the dice situation. Also, wait, before I do that, I can place some dirt down. I want to get rid of this dirt. I'm gonna place the dirt down, and I'm also gonna grab some sand. I'm gonna start gathering some sand as well until this shovel breaks, because I want to get rid of it as well. Since I'm gonna need a lot of glass for the skyscraper. So might as well start gathering as much sand as I can. Look at all these creeper holes here, jeez. This is a wasteland. What is that red tower? This is a... I had a lot of netherrack that I didn't know what to do with, so I ended up deciding to build a battle tower. So this is inspired by the battle towers mod, and it goes up all the way to the new height limit, because I already had this cloud here, which was the old height limit from alpha, and this is the new height limit from 1.2. And once I reach 1.18, I'm gonna have a third tower going up to the newest height limit. And inside of this tower, I also have a nether reactor. Pretty cool, eh? That was back when I was briefly playing some Pocket Edition. I was inspired by that. Nether reactor at 3 AM. Right, let's place this down. And plug the bed down, take a nap. Boom. Okay, sand. I guess I'm gonna start from here then. See how long this shovel is gonna last. I'm genuinely curious. Not very long, okay. Placing dirt stream when? I have to do that eventually, but not anytime soon, because if anything, I'm gonna be desecrating even more of this landscape, because I need all of this sand for the skyscraper. Why does that water look so weird? It's failing to render. That's a weird bug. Oh well. Alright, hopefully by now most of the stuff would have smelted. Let me store the sand. I have red sand here. Interesting. Okay. So nice to have my skin back. We haven't had the skin since I think the beginning of 1.6. Okay, have some company it seems. Alright, almost done. Awesome, only 8 left. Let me climb up here and get as many dyes as I can. So I'm gonna need lime dye, cactus green, which I'm running out of, but this should be enough. Ink sacs, gray, cyan, light gray, I believe, and white, so bone meal. Let me go grab the gray as well that I have, because that's also going to be used for the hair. I don't think I ever watched Beta World Tour. Well, might be a good idea to watch it sometime when you have the free time to do so, because I covered a lot in the Beta World Tour. Brown and gray. There we go. There's the gray. Do I have any wool? Honestly, I don't think any of the wool colors are actually gonna help me, so let's just make it entirely out of clay. Maya file for what? 3D file for the painting? What? These slimes are really annoying. Okay, there we go. All of the clay has finished. It's also giving me a lot of XP. That's a very big benefit. Very nice. Made in a 3D program? I do not know that. Oh yes, I'm here for this. Okay, so let's start crafting. Gonna need the cactus green. I'm gonna need a lot of it, so let's get probably. Let's use up all of it. Why not? This might be enough. Next up, some lime. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna need. Let's get 4 stacks of this as well, or close to 4 stacks, I suppose. There we go. That might be enough. Cyan. Don't need that much of that. Then what else? Let me grab this. A 3D image, then an oil painting, then took a picture, and that went into MC. Interesting. I do not know the story behind that. Hello, Aji. Welcome back to the stream. Okay, let's make some gray. I'm gonna need to smelt more of this clay. This might be enough. Black, which is actually closer to brown, to be honest. I should also get some brown stained clay for the hair. This might be enough. Some white. White is gonna be for the skin color, because again it looks like skin color. I never thought I would actually, when I first said this, that it looked like skin color, I never thought I would actually use it for that. Okay. We're gonna need light gray and brown, so let me go and cook up some more. That's a long OST, bruh. I think the standard Minecraft soundtrack is obviously nowhere near that long. It's, how long is it actually? Probably like 16 hours at most. I don't know. I don't really. I've now that I think about it, I've never listened to the. What am I doing? I should have deposited this stuff now. I can't even carry it. But I've never ever listened to the. Hold on. What am I doing? I should be smart. I need an end. I can just use the end chest right here to deposit some of this stuff. Right. Let's deposit the colored clays and the dyes. Why not? Okay. And now I can grab this. Look at that. I'm actually being productive for once. But yeah, as I was saying, I've never actually heard the absolute full OST of Minecraft before. The most I've listened to was the entirety of Volume Alpha, but I've never listened to like Volume Alpha and Volume Beta back to back. Yeah, it does. It looks like white skin color. It might have IDIAC. You are correct. I am noticing less slimes than usual. That is definitely a good thing, because they were really getting annoying. Oh, I'm gonna have 1 stack left to my name. Actually, I can smelt the last stack in the kitchen. I'm probably gonna forget about it because I never use the kitchen for smelting, but might as well do it. I don't think I'm gonna need the standard clay for anything. I forgot to close the fridge door. Here we go. I even have some coal here. Awesome. The old version of Mice on Venus is the good one. C418 changed it and made it sound worse. I did not even know there was a new version. Again, I'm hardly ever familiar with the Minecraft soundtrack. I only know that Sweden is my favorite and Clark is my second favorite, and both are from the not only Volume Alpha, but both are from the 3 original tracks that got added all the way back in Classic. I really like those two. What is the track that's currently playing, actually? Hold on, let me increase the music for you guys. Isn't this Mice on Venus? Oh, on Venus. So this is Mice on Venus. Wow. It actually started playing when you guys mentioned it. That's awesome. Let me lower it though, because it might be too loud. Best Minecraft OST. Yeah, best one in my opinion is Sweden. You just can't go wrong with Sweden. It's just such a classic. Notch played it for you. Jeb played it for me. Notch is out of the question now, you know. Speaking of Jeb, let's see how he's doing while I wait. I really should make a one of these days. I really should make a proper entrance to the back rooms. How you doing, Jeb? Still here, I see. This is what you get for messing with the game. Oh, don't you dare try to leave. You can't. You're tied up. You're gonna stay here forever. In fact, it's only gonna get worse from here. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Jeb. That's right, you hear that? This place is haunted, and you shall remain here for the rest of eternity. I'll be back for you. And I'll have a lovely gift for you. It involves a long stick. Oh man. I'm losing it, I swear. I'm absolutely losing it. Conic Old Mice on Venus starts abruptly with the first note. The new version fades in slowly. Oh. Yeah, the old one is definitely more iconic in that case, Vita. It's that basement. That's the back rooms. Don't you know? I have the back rooms under my basement. Just, you know, casual stuff. Bring the bell for him and oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna good idea, Idiac. Thank you for reminding me that. So I'm gonna have the sheep flicker and the bell. Yes, I can't wait. Oh god, I really am losing it. Waiting for Jeb to appear when the Backrooms movie comes out. Are they actually making a movie about the Backrooms now? Is there anything different in Old Mice and Venus? Anything else, I mean? I don't think so. The old version is 10 times shorter too. The new version is way better. I don't know, I haven't even heard the new version. It's nighttime. Oh yeah, I should harvest the farms. I completely forgot about that. That's something I should have done yesterday. Let's do that while we wait. The Backrooms movie coming, I believe. Kane Pixels, the guy who made videos on it, announced it. Oh, so it's basically still a fan-made project. It's not like a big budget movie. That's honestly for the best if that's the case. Because usually when Hollywood touches stuff like that, it becomes 10 times worse. So if Kane Pixels is the guy that's gonna be making it, I'm glad, because his Backrooms content, his Backrooms interpretation is honestly the best. Dry hands. I only know those by name. I don't know which one is dry hands. No, it is with a movie studio, but Kane will be the director. Well, that's good at least. Wasn't he only like 14 or something? He's already a movie director? That's insane. "17? I thought that like just last year he was 14. Golden Days texture pack, what is that? It sounds familiar, I think I know it, but I don't remember what it looks like. Okay, we plant the potatoes. Okay, Pixel's born 2005. Oh, I see. I thought he was younger. Still though, he's not even 18 yet and he's already a movie director. That's crazy. 2005. I'm a 1998. I'm ancient. I'm a fossil by this point. And carrots. Di carote. Is it di carote? Like the female? I think it's di. About to turn into fossil fuels. Di carote, yeah. Yeah, I remember. I remember from school. Oh, I forgot one. Carrot is feminine, yes. I remember. Okay, let's craft this stuff into blocks. Store it away. I'm level 20 already, nice. Pretty soon I'm gonna be able to enchant something. I'm probably not gonna enchant another item. I think I'm going to combine the two pickaxes or enchant a fishing rod. Probably. G Nutella or Das Nutella? I think it's Das? I don't know. I especially find it weird when languages add the gender stuff to, like, company names, for example, like with Nutella. Can be difficult for a foreigner to learn that. Oh, I have exactly enough for 6. Awesome. Craft the melons. I can craft 6 of these as well. Oh man, I'm 1 short. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna eat these along the way. Where do I keep my hay again? I think over here. Nutella is feminine, at least in Portuguese. Nobody knows if it's Das Nutella or G Nutella. It's a huge debate. Interesting. In that case, I would say it's Das. That sounds more natural to me. I don't know. Masculinum, femininum, and neutrum. Yep. The Czech language also has that. My own language also has that, and even in my own language I don't know sometimes what to call something. Struggle a lot with stuff like that. Carrots. There we go, carrots. I have a lot of carrots now. A lot of potatoes. Seeds, I think, are here. No, here, there we go. And wheat, not wheat, reeds. There we go. Okay. Let's go back. I think the stuff should have smelted by now. There's also debate on if you eat Nutella with butter or not. I never eat it with butter. I don't know who would eat it with butter. Nutella is already like heavy enough and it's sweet enough. You don't really need to make it any heavier than it already is. So I always eat Nutella with nothing else. Awesome, everything is finished. And I have not forgotten about the one up at the kitchen. I'm gonna grab that as well. Wow, level 25. Nice. My brother does that. Oh. Had a random guy eat Nutella with salami? What? Okay, Nutella with butter I can kind of understand, but salami? Bro. What? Concrete blocks give me classic vibes. Wool blocks, cloth blocks even, give me more of a classic vibe than concrete blocks. Okay, let me grab these. Oh yeah, I need brown dye. Hold on. I always forget the brown dye that it's actually cocoa beans. Hello, Enderman. What you doing here, buddy? How did you get here? You're not supposed to be here. Play 1.12. Oh, it's kind of ugly. Nah, I like it. Has a charm to it. I don't even know what post 1.12 wool looks like, to be honest. Okay, where's my cocoa beans? I can never remember. I think they're on this side. Yes, okay, awesome. 15? Yeah, 15 should be enough. I could actually use this as an opportunity to harvest some from the tree. Let's do that. I'm building a city in the Polyworld and a lot of the rooms use cloth as walls. It will be sad when the bleach happens. If you use MC Edit, and I highly recommend you do, that won't be an issue because MC Edit actually automatically applies metadata when it converts the wool blocks to the bleached ones. It actually also applies the metadata. So by the time you get to beta 1.2, it's going to automatically have the closest color to the original applied to it, which is really neat. So I recommend you do that. As far as I know, it's automatic, so I don't really have to do anything extra for that. It just sort of happened. It was in Polyworld, so it makes sense. Oh. Yeah, that explains it. It's the wood that exists, but more vibrant and pretty and beautiful and stunning and gorgeous. Wow, okay, that's a lot of words. I'll take your word for it, but I honestly even miss the classic colors, to be honest. The classic color palette that was used in Classic, InDev, and InfDev. I really liked that one. It was very saturated, and it looked indie, it looked retro. I was a big fan of it. Okay, there we go. That is a lot of cocoa. I'm gonna store that stack. It will be white, yes, but not forever, thankfully. Better to have to wait than to have it be bleached forever. I was really worried about that, having my stuff bleached forever, but thankfully that never happened. Clouds didn't have black? I don't know. That's a good question. I think no, it's not because of metadata, because metadata didn't exist back in Classic, so I genuinely do not know. I know why I don't have black wool in InDev Plus, for example. It's because of metadata, because I don't feel like adding an entirely new block, an entirely new ID just for black wool. Because if you want to use black for builds, especially for walls, you can just use basalt instead. Not basalt, brimstone. I shouldn't have eaten that. I should have eaten the melons. Crap. Craftology lava prison, yeah. Ah, good times, I remember that. I low-key miss craftology, to be honest. Okay, let's get crafting, because we're 2 minutes over time already. So let me make some brown hardened clay first. Let's use up all of these, why not? Okay, so we have the brown. Oops. There we go, brown. What else am I missing? Light gray, right. I need light gray. And maybe gray and black. And maybe a bit more white. Maybe cyan as well. Let's craft a little bit of everything. Start with light gray though, because we don't have any light gray. Or barely any, I should say. 2 stacks might be enough. Let's craft 1 more stack of white, 1 more stack of black, 1 more stack of gray, and 1 more stack of cyan. Let's see, edit. Classic colors are terrible for the game now, but it matched the vibe for classic pretty well. Yeah, I agree. They're way too saturated for what the game looks like now. It would be weird if we had the same colors now, but back then they were fitting with the like neon grass and everything. What brimstone? I was wondering why normal classic didn't have black colored cloth. Brimstone, I was referring to the block I added in InDev Plus, the brimstone pillars which generate in the hell worlds. They were suggested by a user and I liked the idea, so I added them. The fact that I spent 4 years of my life starting at 8 years old in Psych World because I had aggression problems, where all my life consisted of following the same day plan all over again. Oh. I actually did not know that. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds rough. I mean, I also have autism, but it wasn't that severe, I suppose. I don't know how else to put it. Craftology shorts, I don't know. Some other time. White a stack. Gray a stack. Black a stack. Black a stack. Sounds like a rhyme. Black a stack. Okay. Cyan, gray, white, black. Maybe no, not more light gray. Maybe more white. I think I'm gonna need a lot of white for the. Actually, no, there's not that much skin exposed. I think I might need more lime actually. How much lime do I have? Lime or green, probably. Yeah, whatever. I think this is good enough for now. Let's store the rest of this stuff away, and I'm just gonna end it off. We did make good progress today, so that's good. Oh, okay. I don't have cactus green anymore, but I have a lot of cacti, so that's no problem. Lime, cyan, ink sac, bone meal, light gray. Let's store the hardened clay as well. Why are clay colors so weird, like cyan clay and cyan? Exactly, I was also wondering. Cyan clay looks like gray, gray and dark gray looks like brown. There was another one, I think like magenta looked more like purple or something like that. I don't get it. They really do look very weird. To make the clay colors the same as the wool ones, then it would make no sense to use them. I suppose you're right, Idiac. Still feels a bit jarring though. What else? Yeah, like the blue one, for example, looks more like purple. Need more brown? Ah, too late. We'll see. We'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna start building the statue, and we'll see how far we get until I have to craft more. I still have like 4 stacks of hardened clay here, so, and plenty of dice, so it's no biggie. The statue, GG. The statue of my character, of Big Boss. Probably Iriak. Omni Discord, I like that. We'll be back with other exciting news soon. Alright. Happy crafting. That's gonna be it for today, folks. I'm confident we have enough stained clay to build the statue, so we're gonna get to it tomorrow. But until then, I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and have a good one. Bye bye.